Have you thought of a theme song yet?
No.
I
thought you were composing it.
Are you gonna?
I want it to be accordion based.
Can we do waffle merchandise like waffle beanie babies? Bring back the beanie baby, a beanie waffle.
Gonna start with thongs. I forgot my nose powder today because I just rushed out of the house.
I noticed you're right near the reserve parking for the Italian concert.
Yeah. They were gonna let me park there, but
well, you're Italian, so. Hey, welcome into Carpooling with Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, every now and then you're in downtown Providence and you just want something different to snack on. Maybe you want a really a fine treat, a delicacy that you can't get from your local grocer's freezer. How about a fresh waffle? The name of the place is Waffle. The owner is Matt Celeste of Waffle. Thanks for joining me in the car.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
So you've been open for a couple weeks now. It's a new spot right down in Providence. Tell people where it is.
That's right. We're right on Way Bossett Street.
Okay.
Right next door to the arcade.
Okay.
We opened up this past Friday. Grand opening was Friday night, and this is our first regular week.
Wow. And it's going well.
It's going great. We had an awesome weekend.
I was there for the soft opening. You guys have perfected the menu over time. So explain the concept of waffle. What made you want to go with just one item and just mastering it?
So I used to make sourdough bread, still make sourdough bread, and I was making it for a couple of years, and with the starter in sourdough bread, you have to feed it every day, and then you either toss it or you have to make something out of it. So I started making a bunch of waffles and pancakes and crepes for my kids and stuff for breakfast. And then I wanted to make the waffles a little better, so I looked up waffles and recipes and stuff like that and stumbled on Liège waffles. And it looked interesting, so I gave them a try. And I said, these things are awesome, and I feel like it's the perfect food to be able to grab to kind of complement what's already downtown in Providence. And I started experimenting with the recipe, and I developed my own and worked on it, and finally got to the point where we felt like it was time to open up the place and make it happen.
You do it in different arrangements. So you can get it with ice cream, you can get it with toppings. I'm sure there are healthier toppings than ice cream.
Yeah, less ice cream.
Oh, okay.
No.
One scoop instead of two.
Yeah, well, I gotta back up. So there's two kinds of waffles. We need a little waffle history before we jump into what we're doing now.
The waffle history.
When you go
Cue
to
that Vivaldi music.
Yeah, so when you get waffles anywhere pretty much in America, in most places, and you get a Belgian waffle, you're actually getting a Brussels waffle because there's two kinds of Belgian waffles. There's Brussels, there's Liège. And Liège is like the less common sister waffle of the Brussels waffle. So a Brussels waffle is a batter-based waffle. You probably made them at home a bunch of times. You've had them at restaurants. We're all familiar with them. But a Liège waffle is a yeasted brioche dough base. So rather than a batter, you actually have a dough like you would like a bread dough or something like that. And it ferments, it hangs overnight in the fridge and rises and all that kind of thing. And it definitely makes a different waffle. It's cooked in a special waffle iron that's made just for this type of dough. It's got pearl sugar in it, so when you bake down the waffle, that kind of melts, caramelizes, and gives you like a sweet outer crunch a little bit, and then the inside's nice and soft and hot, and so it's a totally different waffle. You got to just try to experience it to understand what it is, but that's why we pair it with, and we've got salted caramel, chocolate ganache. We make all our stuff in-house, house-made whipped cream. And we got our ice cream, and so it makes an awesome kind of dessert platform. And we've also been throwing eggs on it for breakfast and stuff like that. So it's really versatile base, and they're just wicked good.
They are. They're very tasty. I saw you partnered up a waffle with hot chocolate too, as well.
Yeah, so
complements nicely.
Yeah, we make our own hot chocolate mix in house, and then that hot chocolate comes with our whipped cream, and then we stick a little waffle wedge on there so you can dunk it, or just eat it. Or look at it, or take a picture of it.
And Instagram it.
Or
share it. You guys are all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all the review sites out there, so go check them out, of course. Your other business that people know you for in the state, which you're famous for, is Blueflash Photography.
It's semi-famous.
It's semi-famous. Well, you've done all the Rhode Island monthly events. You've been at all the Best of Rhode Island parties. You've done thousands of weddings. You've had really it's been a fun trip for you, and you got a little bored with it, I guess, and just, okay, let's start another thing. Let's throw it into the mix on top of the 3 kids, on top of, the wife and, everything else. How's photography business going?
It's incredible. For the record, I didn't get bored with it. That sounds a little negative.
All right.
I hear it. No, photography is still awesome. We're still going strong with Blueflash. We do a ton of weddings each year. We love doing it, and I am fortunate to have an awesome team on Blueflash where I was able to step away a little bit and get this off the ground while Britt, our studio manager, takes care of all the back end stuff, and we have awesome photographers and cinematographers going out there at the weddings and things. So that's been really cool, and Blueflash is still growing. It's really been awesome, and I've been pretty much living at Waffle, so it's been insane.
Well, and that speaks really to your fellow photographers, your staff over at Blueflash. They're all very, very talented people. The quality of the work that you guys do, you do both cinematography and weddings and corporate events and just anything really. If you need a picture taken, call you. Even with a Polaroid or one of those disposable cameras, you can still get a CBS.
We'll do it. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Make that work. So you still have that going. But like you said, the Waffle restaurant is it's really, this is kind of part of this whole revitalization of this microcosm of restaurants and these really specific direct menu items.
Yes.
That's out there. And where do you think you go from here? What's the next step? I mean, after you get the shop fully functioning and firing on all cylinders, do you go to food truck? Do you go to 15 locations to better serve you? Or
yeah, I mean, I've thought about this a little bit. It's tough to come up for air at the moment, but we, once we get established, we're still innovating on our menu. We're still creating new menu items. We're gonna be building our menu out a decent amount as we continue. It'll always be waffle based, but more breakfast, more lunch type things, so it's not just all sweets. Once we get that established, I've been thinking multi-location, possible franchises. We've had people approach us to do that already, which seems kind of crazy, but it's pretty cool. But for now, we want to focus on where we are and make it as good as we can, and then go from there.
So if you're working in the downtown Providence area, perhaps you're down here for meetings, you need a place to have a meeting during the day, come in, you got great coffee.
Our coffee has been getting rave reviews.
Really?
It's people are loving it. We have so many people that come in and drink our coffee black, and they say, I never drink any coffee black, but this stuff I can put down black.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we do it hot, iced, and we've got our own hot chocolate and coffee mix, so that's our hot mocha. It's a half and half. That's pretty cool. And we do coffee floats that we started the other day.
Really?
Choose your ice cream flavor, put a little simple syrup in, throw the chilled coffee on top, and then a little cinnamon dusting on top of that.
Look for him at the next Celebrity Chef, your Food Network right there. That's great. So if people want to come down, they can find you on online, Facebook, Instagram, and then what about the review sites?
Yeah, so to Instagram's at Waffle Providence,
Okay.
Facebook, same thing. And the review sites, I mean, people leave it on Google, Facebook, Yelp. Those are the big ones, so those work.
Awesome. Folks, come down, get a waffle. Trust me, they're delicious. You will not be disappointed. Give Matt a hug. He needs a hug. He spends a lot of time there.
Tired.
Sorry. Matt, thanks for jumping in the car. I'll let you get back and
Thanks, Ben.
make a few more waffles.
All right.
Show off that logo there. It's very nice.